Hey, what's going on, everybody? Ryan here. Welcome to the channel. This is a video about evidence. The corruption of the Bidens. How Hunter was taking money from terrorists and from enemies of the United States, then giving it to Joe Biden. It's evidence. Now, I know that Donald Trump, they have convicted him, but I don't see any evidence, any papers, anything. So, and another thing that I'm going to discuss here in a minute about the FBI, stay tuned. And if you would, give us a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you don't want to subscribe or hit the notification bell, that's all right. But please, please, please give us a like. Like. We're going to start with Mrs. McClain. She brings evidence out of the evidence pile against Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, and the corrupted deals that they have made in the past. And here we go.
I love the analogy that you used about the speeding ticket with Hunter Biden. Let me also see if you would agree with this analogy. If a criminal pulls a trigger for a murder, he's guilty, right? And we can prove it. But don't you also agree with me if somebody ordered that hit, we would charge him too? It's interesting that you don't use that analogy. That's number one. Number
I have
two,
a reason for not using it, but yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't fit the narrative is the reason.
because
Number
there's no
two,
evidence
I'm amazed at, and I love the fact
She's speaking metaphorically, not
lives
literally.
free in the Democrats' heads.
And this guy's like,
every
there's
day.
no evidence
And
supporting.
that is
No.
a beautiful thing, even though we're here talking
It's an
about
example.
the impeachment
What an
inquiry
idiot.
of Joe Biden. With that said, I want to talk about the damning evidence of Joe Biden's role in his family's business schemes in Romania. While Joe Biden was president, he was directly involved in the United States policy and anti-corruption efforts in Romania. That's a fact. On May 21st, 2014, the then Vice President Biden delivered an anti-corruption.
Anti-corruption. You having a corrupt person talking about anti-corruption. It's stupid.
In Romania, right? On September 28th, 2015, the president visited with the then Vice President Biden. The Romanian president visited with the then Vice President Biden at the White House to discuss anti-corruption efforts, right? Got a theme of corruption, anti-corruption, right? Gabriel Popovich, a corrupt Romanian oligarch, in the subject of a criminal probe. He's a subject of a criminal probe and prosecution for corruption and bribery in Romania. This committee has reviewed transactions showing that the Biden family received money from a foreign company run by this Russian oligarch, corrupt Gabriel Popovich.
So what's happening, this corrupt person, this is layman's terms. I know a lot of people know what she's talking about, but for those of you who don't know what she's talking about, this corrupt person is taking money and giving it to Hunter Biden through his company, through the corrupt person's company. So this corrupt person's giving money to a corrupt person, and then Hunter Biden, the corrupt person, is giving it to another corrupt person, which is Joe Biden.
5 weeks after the Romanian president visited with Vice President Biden, Popovich begins paying Hunter Biden and his associates,
He met with Joe Biden. After he met with Joe Biden, he started giving money to Hunter Biden. Then Hunter Biden started giving some money to his pops.
Bob Walker through his company, Bladen Enterprises. The money from Bladen Enterprises is deposited directly into Robinson Walker LLC. Now, this LLC is directly operated by Hunter's known business partner, Rob Walker.
Oh,
these are all facts, right? That we found.
You lying. Nah, you lying.
In November 2015 and again in March 2016, Hunter Biden, who is not registered as a foreign agent under FARA, meets with the U.S. ambassador to Romania. Red flag. Then, coincidentally, over $1 million flows to the Bidens.
So Hunter Biden is meeting with corrupt people, and then after the meeting, whatever the meeting is, the corrupt leaders are sending money to Hunter Biden. And you're going to see it time and time and time again in this evidence pile.
I'm not much for coincidences, and I don't think the American people are either. Let's run through the numbers together. Between November 2015 and May 2017, Bladen Enterprises deposited over $3 million into Robinson Walker's LLC business account. But then the Biden family accounts received more than $1 million from Robinson Walker's accounts after these deposits.
Hunter's sending money from his account to the Joe's account.
16 of those 17 payments occurred while Joe Biden was vice president. Now, I think most Americans would find it suspicious that, ironically, these payments ended shortly after Joe Biden left office. Another coincidence. Mr. Chairman, I ask unanimous consent to enter into the record the Oversight Committee's May 10, 2023 Second Bank Records Memorandum showing Joe Biden's involvement in his family's business schemes in Romania.
Without objection, so ordered.
I'm telling you, there's corruption. And, he started gaining money when he left office because, he didn't have a foot to stand on, a leg to stand on with these people. If you got something that somebody wants, they'll pay you money to get it. So they're sending Hunter money. Hunter's taking that money and sending it to his daddy. Now you see how all these corrupt government officials can buy multi-million-dollar houses and stuff.
See three problems here. One, while Joe Biden is touting anti-corruption efforts in Romania, Hunter Biden is employed by a corrupt Romanian oligarch. Interesting. In direct violation of FARA, Hunter Biden meets with the U.S. ambassador to Romania while being paid by Gabriel Popovich. What was Hunter Biden selling to the Romanian oligarchs for millions of dollars?
Protection.
I'd still like to see a contract of that. Professor Turley, I know I'm almost out of time, but you've previously said
he's selling his daddy to him.
Charged under the foreign
he's selling his
registration.
Father, his dad to him.
Gentlelady's time's expired, but please feel free to answer the question, Mr. Turley.
Much of the conduct described in these disclosures does seem to fit what we saw with the charges of Paul Manafort in terms of being a foreign agent. Some of this does appear to be that type of lobbying on the part of Hunter Biden. The failure to register as an agent, of course, helped conceal that, but that's not necessarily the motivation behind it. The question is, should he have registered as a foreign agent during the course of this conduct? And it just seems to me, looking at the Paul Manafort indictment, that there's considerable overlap in terms of the type of actions taken.
Perhaps there's a two-tier justice system. With
Mr.
that,
Chairman,
I yield back.
May I ask unanimous consent to enter Ms. McLean's chart into the record?
Without objection, so ordered. The chair now recognizes Mr. Fallon from Texas for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Fallon will be the last one we go over. But if you want to see the full video, look in the description. I get tongue-tied a lot. I'm sorry, but look in the description, and you'll find the full video without me cutting in, butting in, and talking about it. And let's go ahead and see what he has to say. He's got evidence piled up, and then I'm going to explain to you something at the end of this. about the FBI.
Words mean things, or at least they should. Here's Joe Biden's words from August 28, 2019. First of all, I have never discussed with my son or my brother or anyone else
That's a
anything
flat
to do
lie.
with their
That's a
business.
lie.
From September the same year, I have never spoken to my son about his overseas business dealings. October, same year, quote, I don't discuss business with my son. Were Joe Biden's words true?
He don't discuss
No.
business with his son, but he discussed money transfers with his son. Hey.
They were false. So why did he lie repeatedly? In an interview back in 2019 with The New Yorker, even Hunter admitted that he talked to his dad about business, specifically Burisma. Many of Hunter Biden's business associates have testified Joe Biden met with them. Two of the ones closest to Hunter, Rob Walker and Devin Archer, were among them. So they not only spoke to him, they took, a lot of the business associates took photos with him. They played golf with him. Joe Biden gave them White House tours. He wrote letters of recommendation for their children and shared fancy dinners as well. So let's also talk about patterns. Yuri Luzkov and Yelena Baturina. They are Russian. They're married. They were married. Russian oligarch billionaires. Michael McFaul, the U.S. ambassador to Russia, ID'd Luzkov as being corrupt. Yelena Baturina wires $3.5 million to Hunter Biden. Soon thereafter, who does she have dinner with? Then Vice President Joe Biden. Kenez Rashkov,
He's selling his daddy.
and Karim Mazimov, Kazakhstani nationals. Mazimov used to be the prime minister. He's now in prison. Rakashev wires $142,300 to Hunter Biden. The very next day, Hunter Biden buys a Porsche for $142,300. And then soon,
Boy, Joe Biden's an expensive dinner date. Do you want to pay millions of dollars just to eat dinner or lunch with Joe Biden?
after, who do you think Kenez Rakachev has dinner with? Say it with me. Then Vice President Joe Biden. Vadim Pazarski and Mykola Zolchevsky, the CEO and CFO of Burisma. U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine, Jeffrey Pyatt, calls Zolchevsky a poster child of corruption. Those two fellas paid Hunter Biden's shell companies a total of $3.3 million.
Let me guess, they ate
Who
with
do you
Joe
think
Biden?
Vadim Pazarski had dinner with.
Oh, okay.
Again, say it with me all at once. Then Vice President Joe Biden. So here's a pattern. You have crooked foreigners that deliver pallets of cash to the Bidens, and then they have dinner with Joe. And apparently Joe Biden is one hell of an expensive dinner date.
Exactly.
And if that's not selling political access, I don't know what is. My Democratic colleagues report ad nauseum when they talk to the media that there's no direct evidence linking Joe Biden to his son's crimes. Really? This is a FD 1023, which is used by the FBI when confidential informants give them information. This 1023 is only as good as the source. It could be garbage or it could be gold. The FBI describes this source as somebody that is highly reliable and very trustworthy. In fact, they've worked with him for over a decade and paid him well over $100,000. What he has given to them is always checked out. This, ladies and gentlemen, is gold. Consider this with weight and gravity. So what does this say? I don't know what the confidential informant's name is, so I'm going to call him Ivan. Ivan is not his real name.
He's
But
an
Ivan
informant.
describes Vadim Pazarski directly admitting to him in a confidential conversation that they hired a not-so-smart Hunter Biden to protect us, quote, through his dad from all kinds of problems. Then Ivan speaks directly to CEO Zolchevsky, and Zolchevsky confides that Hunter Biden will take care of those corruption issues through his dad. Zolchevsky is being investigated
He's
by Victor
anonymous.
Shevkin, a Ukrainian prosecutor.
Let me
Biden
pause it
comes-
right here. Now, I was going to say something about the FBI. This was on a different video that I watched. But the FBI went to Congress asking for money and some of their power back. And a lot was opened up with this. They was asking questions about this particular case. And what happened, the FBI is withholding evidence. Like, this ain't all the evidence. The FBI is withholding more evidence. And I'm going to read this comment that I made on the actual, like the original video that I got this from. I'm sure it's not the original, but somebody that I'm subscribed to posted this. Now I'm going to read a comment that I put on their channel. Mr. Goldman, now he's like I'm guessing I didn't watch the whole video through because he was such an idiot. Mr. Goldman, I'm thinking he's probably the lawyer for the Bidens. I'm not sure what he is. But Mr. Goldman is making points that sway flies from the poop. I mean, really, he's making points, but to me, I feel like it was more, there was not any evidence to support it. But if they were in fact innocent, then why has the FBI decided to not share the other evidence with us? The evidence isn't top secret. It's not. The FBI's reason for not sharing the evidence is the dumbest reason ever. The FBI says their withholding evidence is to protect a whistleblower's life. Okay? But the whistleblower can always be anonymous. Straight lies and protection. You can be an anonymous person that you know. I don't know why. Well, I do know why the FBI is doing this. Incentives. I also put incentives for weapons. Incentives. Moolah. Money. Bread.
He begins to call for Shokin's removal. Now, Ivan is also told by Zlochevsky that it cost him $5 million to pay one Biden and $5 million to pay the other. This is direct evidence of naked corruption and bribery. Zlochevsky also admitted to Ivan that both Bidens pushed him to pay them and to keep Hunter Biden on the board. Please keep in mind, these were confidential conversations. Also interesting that Zlochevsky referred to Biden as the big guy, and I doubt he knows Tony Bobulinski. Shokin seized 2 homes, land, and a Rolls Royce from Zlochevsky. When he was fired, the Ukrainian president admitted in a phone call to none other than Joe Biden that Shokin didn't do anything wrong, but at your behest, we fired him. And then $1 billion of aid that was being withheld was given to Ukraine. And lastly, after Shokin was fired, Hunter Biden and the other members of the Burisma board wrote a letter to the new prosecutor demanding that Zlochevsky, the investigation into Zlochevsky, ended. And you know what? Shockingly, it did. The message was sent, and the Bidens delivered. Mr. Dubinsky, in your experience in financial...
See, that's it. What he just said. They're paying money to get people off, to keep the worst of the worst happening to them. You know what I mean? But I think that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to say again, the video I got this from, the link is in the description if you want to go ahead and check it out. I will not, that video I won't be pausing and interrupting and all that good stuff. But if you would go ahead and give us a like on this video. That's all I ask, a like. I mean, you don't have to subscribe, you don't have to hit the notification bell or nothing like that. Just like the video, you know. This is how long it takes to like a video. Click. That's it. That's all you got to do. Just click once. But anyways, guys, I hope you were informed a little bit with this. I hope this is my first video on this type of video, so I hope I did a decent job. Tell me what you think in the comments, and we'll see you on the next one.